Hi there, I'm Budda and you're watching Dr. Guitar, a show for all you guitarists out there. In today's episode, I'm going to teach you a lot of great slide techniques from beginner level to medium level. First of all, let me thank my dear patrons for supporting the show. If you want to become a patron, it's super simple. Just go to the link and follow the steps. Super simple, and you'll be helping me, but you'll also be getting free video lessons every week, a free backing track every month, early access to episodes, and my huge thank you for the support. You can also contribute to the tip jar on PayPal, and please visit my reverb.com store where I have some of the gear I review here in the show, but I can't afford to keep. If you're interested in guitar lessons or vocal lessons with me, just send me an email or a direct message via Instagram or Facebook and we'll deal with it from there. There's also some affiliate links for the gear I'm using here. So if you want to buy the gear I'm using, just go there and Amazon will give me a small commission on that. So you're helping me too. Let's go. Slide was invented probably in the early 20th century by the blues guys. They used like bottles or bottlenecks or medicine jars to play alongside the string and to give you a continuous sound. So what is a slide and how it works? A slide is something that is usually round like this, and it's glassy or shiny, so it slides cool through the strings and it doesn't kill your string vibration. And you use it to play a continuous note. Your guitar works in this specific way. You pluck a string and you make it vibrate. So it vibrates and produces a sound. Then if you want to change the note of the string, you will press it down on any of the fretboards and it will hit the fret, this metal fret here, and you're basically shortening the string length. So instead of being all this length from the bridge here to the nut, it's basically, for example, if we play it here, it goes from the bridge to here. So what a slide does is that it adjusts the string length continuously. So when you're putting a slide on top of a string, what you're doing is you're making the string vibrate from your slide position to the bridge. So what you do when you play, you don't press it down like you press when you're fretting. You just get it closer to the strings, the softest you can, until the string vibrates. And this allows you to do vibrato in the left side position. So if I'm playing, I can shake my hand this way. But the slide is also, you're having notes from up and down the slide. So before and up the slide, you can hear it. So a super important thing to do when playing slide is to mute the strings behind the slide. Just resting your fingers so you don't hear the notes that are behind it. And a huge advice I would give you if you're starting out, put the slide in your pinky. You can use it in every finger, but if you use your pinky, you're left with your three main fingers. So you probably will be able to play some chords like still be available to play slide. And you'll be able to play behind a slide, as I did, almost unconsciously. So this is the first advice I would give you. Practice with the slide in your pinky. You will thank me years later. I didn't. I started playing with my second finger, and I've just adapted to the pinky slide playing when I bought this guitar, when I got this Guedes guitar, which is my inspiration, and I usually use it in open tuning, in open E, which leads me to the next thing. Is it necessary to play open tunings in order to play slide? No, it isn't. You can play slide as I'm playing in standard tuning. So I'm on standard tuning, but I can play slide. I'm just playing with a slide technique. So the first thing I would advise is for you to practice all the things that you already know. So you probably know the pentatonic. Okay, the A minor pentatonic. So play it with a slide. Okay, and what I'm doing, what you want to do is aiming for the fret. So you're replacing the fret. So in order for you to be in tune, you should play on top of the fret. Here, put the slide on top of the fret. It's not easy to show you on the camera because you're watching this way, but put it on top of the fret. And you immediately understand a slide gives you a completely new approach to the guitar, because you cannot play this. It doesn't sound the same. Because you can tailor how long you descend or you go up, and it gives you this continuous feeling. It's really, really cool. And it will give you a different flavor because it also sounds different. Okay, so the first thing I would like you to practice is to play your pentatonic. And you will notice, you will definitely will notice that you will be playing a lot of wrong notes, like and that's because a slide is a bar, it's a vertical bar. So if you're playing your guitar strings, you will accidentally pluck, or the slide will do it for you, the other strings. So the second thing you should do is to mute the strings you're plucking. So you only leave open the string you're playing. And for that, I play with my fingers, not with a pick, because it's way easier to play with the fingers when playing slide, because you can mute the string. So usually I use my thumb to rest on top of the strings and use my index finger to play the string I want. Sometimes I will play, if I'm playing adjacent strings, I'm playing with a thumb on that string and then muting it, and with the index finger on the other string. So but here I'm just playing with my index finger, so I can play it And when I'm changing strings, you notice my hand, my other fingers, if I'm playing lower strings, my index fingers, these three fingers are resting on the strings to stop them from accidentally vibrating. And this is even harder when you play with overdrive or fuzz on your electric guitar. So this is the second thing you should practice. Play clean. Try to play something you already know. Clean. Okay? You can also play a diatonic scale. Let's play C major scale. Okay? Then you can try to take an adventure and play like just on one string. Because the slide really enables you to do that, to search the right notes like. Because you can go up and stop when it feels right, like. You see what I did? I just delayed and searched for the note. So you can then, after mastering this muting technique and playing in tune, try to play melodies that you already know, like Happy Birthday or other kind of melodies, Christmas songs. You get what I'm saying, because you know the melody, so you know where you're aiming, so you can play better melodies and play better in tune, because it needs to be musical, and then you'll be learning how to play it. But playing with your pinky also enables you to then, when you master this first step, start to play behind the slide, so you can alter the chords. So for example, in an open tuning, in a normal tuning, in a standard tuning, you have your C shape like this. So you can play your C major shape. You can play this small bar here, and you're playing a major chord. But what if you want to play C minor? C minor will be like this. So you cannot play a bar anymore. Or it will be like this, even worse. So you cannot play the chord with a bar. What you can do is lower, press down the flat third here. So instead of playing 5, 5, 5, you will play 5, 5 with the slide, and then press down with your index finger or with your second finger, whatever suits you better. You will press down the 4th fret on the B string, so it will become a minor chord. This will enable you to play stuff. It's even better in open strings, but it will enable you to play stuff faster and things that you would not be able to play, like. Okay, so playing with your pinky will help you a lot in the long run. Let me give you some tricks with the standard tuning, some tricks where you can play slide chords or parts of chords. On the A shape position, you can play the three strings, the D, G, and B. Like that. And you'll be playing major chords. So if you want to play like I'm playing C and F, 1 and 4, and then I can play the 5. And you can hear me, you can see me playing with the pinky, adding up notes, so I'm playing. I'm playing the Sweet Home Alabama chords, and it works. I'm playing just the 3 strings. So basically playing instead of being able to play. Okay, we're playing. You can also play the upper part of an E-shaped chord. So if I play like the E-shaped A chord, I can play these 2 higher notes. I will lift up my finger so you can see what I'm playing. And this leads me to another tip I want to give you. You should use thicker gauges, thicker string gauges, and a little higher action, because otherwise you'll be always hitting the fretboard with your slide, which will sound stranger, and the notes won't ring as much. It will be harder to play. So you need a little higher action, so the strings need to be a little more towards the outside of the body, so you can play it, and they should be kind of a little heavier gauge. So if you're playing 9s, go to 10s or to 11s, just to be able to play it, because you need to be able to force the slide against the strings, and the strings need to offer some resistance, otherwise you will be pushing too hard. But it's also always a matter of habit and getting used to it. For the final thing, let me teach you some open tunings. So a really simple open tuning is the one where you change your guitar to be tuned like in an A shape. So basically in an A shape, we have these 3 strings pressed down and the other 3 strings open, right? So a way you could do this would be to lower this, well, better yet, would be to raise these 3 strings a whole step so they would sound open as they sound when you press it here, or the opposite way around, lowering the other 3 strings so they match this one. I'm lowering this to the A string will go to G, the E string will go to D, and the other high E string will also go to D, of course. So now we have our open G tuning, which is basically Keith Richards tuning. And this way you basically only change your A string and your E string. So you can have your pentatonic, instead of being, for example, if we play the D pentatonic, instead of being here, you will have to raise these two strings a whole step, so it will be. Okay, but we will have our open chord. So I'm playing a full open G chord. And the great thing of having an open tuning is that you can play with your slide around the bar that you're created with an open tuning, and then just move it down a half step so you can go away from the right note and then come back. So let me try to show you here. I'm approximating the right note coming from below, so I'm aiming for the 5th fret, aiming for the 7th fret, aiming for the 12th. Playing behind the slide allows you to play way more notes. So I'm playing here, I'm having 1, 5, 8, 3, 5 of the chord. And if you're not getting this, I have a really cool video called Basic Theory for Guitar Players, where you can learn this basic stuff like what's major third, minor third, flat 7, whatever. So go and watch it. Link is here, I think. We have 1, 5, 1, 3, 5 on a bar and 5 on top too. So I can play, if I have my 3rd here, I can lower it to my 2nd. Or I have my octave here, I can play a flat 7. So you have a lot more notes available without needing to stop playing the chord. So you're still sustaining the chord. Get it? This is me trying to play the Running Out of Faith, or Running Out on Faith. I think it's Running Out of Faith by Eric Clapton on his Unplugged, and it's open G tuning, so it's a very, very common tuning. You have all the licks like, which is playing, basically playing 12th fret again on the E string, and then 12th fret on the B string, coming down to the 10th and back to the 12th. So This is a trick you can use on any chord that you play. So you get slide tricks to use on every chord. So and you also have a great cool trick with this. You can play like, so you play open 5, open 3, and then slide it up, and you play all the strings bad to the bones. You get the idea. Now let me show you the tuning I've been playing a lot since I got this Guedes guitar. By the way, this is a really cool guitar. I did an episode on picking up either this or the Jumbo Junior, and guess what? I picked this. I love it. I love its nasal tone, and it's inspiring me so much to play. Let me tune it up to open E. Open E is exactly the same as if we were playing an E like this, an E chord like this, okay? So if I was playing an open E, so what I would have to do in relationship to the standard tuning would be to raise the A string to a B, so one step, the D string to an E, one step too, and the G string to a G sharp. Let's do it. So we're tuned to open E, and now my open E is like playing this chord, this bar chord, but I will play it like this because the guitar is pre-tuned like this. And this enables me, I'm loving this tuning because it's very diatonic playing. A guy that really plays this incredible. It's my favorite slide player and probably one of my favorite guitar players. Derek Trucks is just unbelievable. You have your diatonic scale here. And I've been playing the scale here. So let me teach you this. You play the 12th fret. So I'm playing 12th fret on the B string. Well, let's call it B string on the second string. Then 10th. Then 12th fret on the G string, which now is a G sharp, so the third string. And 12th fret on the D string, which now is an E, so on the fourth string. 12, 10, 12, 12. So I'm playing. Let me try to show you. I play the same shape. And on the 4 chord, which is played on the 5th fret, I'm playing bar, then half step down on the B string, G string on the bar, then a whole step down on the G string, bar, 4, I'm trying to get you an angle where you can see what I play, but I'm hiding because I'm muting a lot of strings. It's hard to show you. Let me try to show you this way. playing behind the slide will help you incredibly to get new licks, to change chords, to play 6 chords, 7 dominant chords, flat 9, 9s, minor chords. So getting the Beatles resolution, like making the 4 become a minor. So or playing a minor chord, playing the minor 6. So this episode is not meant for you to play immediately slide. I'm not wanting to give you all the tricks there is to play slide. I'm just wanting to give you good head starts. And if somebody had told me this, I would be immensely, I would appreciate it immensely, because I had to figure it out on my own. Because when I learned, there was no information. And here in Portugal, for example, there's not a lot of people playing slide. I know if you're in the US, for example, there's a lot of guys from country to folk to the bluegrass scene that play a lot of slide. Here in Portugal, that's not true. So I wanted to give you a great, good head start. Whether if you're playing really good and you want to become a slide player, or you want to play a little slide, you want to introduce a little slide into your technique, or if you're just wanting to spice up your playing, whatever it is, it's really cool to learn slide. Well, that's it. I hope you have liked the show. I hope this has been helpful to you. Please let me know in the comments what you think about the slide, how to use it, if you use different techniques, or if you have any other suggestion. The comments are a really great spot for all of us to get together and to share information. I love to hear your comments. I love to read your comments. And I know the other viewers also like to read your comments because they learn a lot. And when I answer to your comments, I'm answering to your question. But I'm sure a lot of people also have the same question. So it's a great way for us to communicate. You know, if you want to support the show, you can become a patron, or you can also contribute to the tip jar on PayPal, and you'll be helping me keep on doing this. If you're interested in guitar or vocal lessons with me, just send me a direct message via Instagram or Facebook, or send me an email and we'll deal with it from there. Also, please visit my reverb.com store, where I have some of the gear I review here in the show, but I can't afford to keep. Thank you so much, and we'll see each other next week. Bye-bye.